About a month or so on the channel, we did a ranking of all of the 21 Pilots albums, and people were quite surprised with my rankings, especially what I put as number 4 and especially what I put as number 1. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link down in the description box below for you to go check it out. And the people in the comment section of that video were like, hey Justin, could you go and rank every single song off of every 21 Pilots album, like do every album individually, then at the end just do like your top 10, which I thought, you know what, that is a great idea, so we are definitely going to be doing that starting right now. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when you're watching this. How's it going, guys? First off, we hope we're having a good day today. Hope your day is going well and hope it continues to go well. Let's kickstart this series from the very beginning. A very good place to start. We are going to be starting off with Self-Titled. Self-Titled mask made by That Girl. Shopify link down in the description box below. So Justin, why aren't we doing the entire 21 Pilots discography all at once? Why aren't we just doing one huge tier list? Well, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It's a lot easier for me to come in here at night and shoot these 10-15 minute long videos compared to this hour-long tier list, contemplating whether to put songs in the A category or on certain different tiers. And also, I can get a lot more videos out of this for the days when there's really nothing to talk about in the 21 Pilots community, whether it's lore, news, or whatever. It's a lot easier for me to space out these videos day by day by day. So let's get right into this list, and remember, music is subjective. What I like, you won't like. What you like, I won't like, your neighbor won't like, because that is the wonderful thing about music. So it is okay to disagree, but definitely let me know your self-titled rankings down in the description box below. Anyway, let's go ahead and start with number 14. At number 14, we have the Pantaloon. This is song number 3 off of Self-Titled. The intro is nice, the groove is catchy, the bass line is so nice. However, Tyler's vocals on it are pretty meh. The lyrics are pretty meh. There are people that don't like Tyler's voice on Good Day because it goes up in that falsetto. Would you say you depend on the weather? To which I argue, the Pantaloon, your grandpa died when you weren't. That just gets to me a little bit more. And then also, what exactly is a pantaloon? Is the pantaloon the older generation because the grandpa was a pantaloon, the dad was a pantaloon, now they become a pantaloon? Also, the rap section of the song is pretty meh, especially following Fall Away. Like, you follow Fall Away with the Pantaloon, it's not a good place on the album for it. Like, I would put it way later on the album as like a midway through song. It does not, in my opinion, not track 3 worthy. But like I said, the groove is fun, the bass line is really good, Tyler's vocals as well as the lyric content of it in the rap section just kind of ruin it. Also, there is a really annoying synth part in there. There's like this drone, a high-pitched drone, and it is a little bit annoying. Number 13, we have Before You Start Your Day. Now, this is a lot of people's least favorite 21 Pilots song, including the Pop Song Professors, based on the lyric, make your slits look nice. However, someone explained that to me in the YouTube comment section what that line meant, and I looked at the song differently from that day onward, and I listened to it more and more, and it is such a beautiful song. I actually just got done crying with it when I came out of my shower. And the one reason why it ranks so low is because I spent the least time with this song. And also, for being honest, it is kind of flat. Like, there is no left turn in there. It's just this nice, beautiful piano ballad. You add strings to it, and it gets more and more intense, but it's just a piano ballad with strings. That is really it. There's nothing that makes it stand out a lot besides these really deep lyrics that make me cry. Still a good song, definitely very underrated on the album, definitely deserves more love, and give it a chance, give it a little listen. Maybe you'll cry with it too, maybe you'll change your feelings like I did. At number 12, we have March to the Sea. Now, when I first started getting into 21 Pilots, like into 21 Pilots, I knew some songs off of Self-Titled. However, March to the Sea was one of the first songs that I listened to when I was getting super deep into them, and I really like March to the Sea. However, it does have a big problem, and that is that it's the longest song on the album, and oh boy, it feels like the longest song on the album. Like the whole build up into the actual song is gradual. It is so gradual because it is chord, vocal line, chord, vocal line for a good while. Then eventually the synths start coming in, the bass comes in, the drums come in, and like then you go through 2 verses, you get to like this bridge breakdown in the songs twice, and it feels super long. Lyrically, it's pretty good. The bass line, it is super good. Like the bass line's off of Self-Titled, highly underrated. Self-Titled is great for bass. And like lyrically, like I said, it's okay. Spaceship in the Sky, okay, that's cool. Kind of reminds me of Styx, Come Sail Away there. But it is a good song. I do like listening to it. However, it does feel super long. And also, this got a lot of attention during the JLAndersonMusic era because people went back and listened to it and they thought that they heard in the vocal line and go, with one of the synth patches that Tyler was using. At number 11, we have A Car, a Torch, a Death. Now, this is a song I've been getting more and more into recently as this era JLAndersonMusic has continued because, as we know, A Car, Heavy Dirty Soul, A Torch, The Bandidos, a Death, Clancy is Dead. So I've been listening to a song more and more, seeing if I can find anything within this new era, within this song, maybe to tie some stuff together. However, the song, one of my biggest problems with it is that it feels long. However, it is nowhere close to being the longest song on this album because the song is only 4 minutes and 33 seconds long, which is long for some people, but it's not as long as Idle Flightless, but it's not as long as March to the Sea, Addict with a Pen, or other songs off of this album. And it does get a little bit repetitive within verses. Will be, I guess, like the bridge is sections of the song, like they repeat each other, as well as like another problem I have with it is the synth noises that were chosen. Like the one at the very beginning, there's something about it that gets to me. That like as the drums come in, there's the one that goes that synth sound sort of thing. And for some, I don't know why that. I think that one got ruined for me because someone said in the YouTube comment section it sounded like a hamster screaming. So I don't know, but it's still a good song either way. I will still listen to it. Like, of course, I'll listen to every song off of this, no matter like what they rank. I do love all the songs. However, it just ranks a little bit low just for some synth decisions, as well as that it just feels long. At number 10, we have Johnny Boy. Now, Johnny Boy is a really good song. For some reason, it is on the 21 Pilots playlist. If you're just listening to 21 Pilots radio on Spotify, this is the song from Self-Titled that pops up. So it is one of the more streamed songs off of Self-Titled. And it's not a bad song at all. It is slightly confusing lyrically, but it's not a bad song at all. Okay, some of the vocal stuff I have a problem with, especially like the pre-choruses, when Tyler sings he's falling in love, because it does not sound like he's falling in love. It sounds like he is falling in love. Like just some of the vocal stuff on this song in particular really gets to me. However, it is still a really great song nonetheless, and I do love Johnny Boy a lot, and I personally connect with it a little bit more, besides like not realizing like what the song was talking about till like maybe this year, maybe late last year. Like, I definitely connect with it a lot. It's a good song. All these songs are good, as I keep saying. At number 9, we have Implicit, Demand for Proof. This is the first song off of Self-Titled, and it's the first song in 21 Pilots history, basically. And it is a very, very beautiful song. Like, that intro part I love so much. You either like, it lures you in with these sweet melodies, and then you don't expect the anger that comes out of it, where Tyler challenges God to smite him down with lightning. It is a powerful song, and I do love it so much. However, I agree with some people that I definitely agree the intro might be a little bit too long, and lyrically, it's pretty simple. It is just 2 verses, 2 choruses, and yeah, like of course, like the lyrics there are fine, absolutely, but it's a good song. Like, just definitely, like, it's such a great way to start the album because you weren't expecting the punch that comes in your way, especially if it's your first time listening to it. Like, I certainly was not expecting it at all, which is why I love the song. At number 8, we have Friends, Please, another song that really makes me cry off this album. Literally, like I mentioned before, that I just finished crying to Before You Start Your Day. Right before, I was crying to Friend, Please. So yeah, like those two songs back to back, super powerful. The synth line in Friend, Please is absolutely fantastic. I started learning how to play it on guitar, like tapping wise. It is absolutely great. Like musically, it's great. Like, it's a great song. I just haven't spent more time with it than what I should. But it's definitely one of the songs on the album that is a crier, and I absolutely do love it and connect with some of the lyrics. At number 7, we have Air Catcher. Now, fun fact for you, when I originally wrote this document on July 4th, I had Air Catcher as number 12. So it definitely has moved up since then. And what got me to change my mind about it? So I started listening to it more and more. I discovered there's an alternative version of the song that's on YouTube. It's absolutely beautiful, that includes strings, that doesn't include a Tyler auto-tune voice in the little bridge and the bridge bit of the song. And I went to go listen to this original song again, and I just fell in love with it. And especially the harmony part at the end is absolutely beautiful, and I love it so much. And the chorus is just so heavy, it's so intense, and even the auto-tune section, it's not really that offensive at all. It's nothing like Regional Best Trees, that's for sure, but it is auto-tune done right, done perfectly, and I absolutely love it. Like, Air Catcher is the least like, not including anything off of Skeletonized, because Skeletonized came out this year. Air Catcher is the most underrated 21 Pilots song because it is the least streamed song off of Spotify. Again, not including anything off of Skeletonized because it just came out. But Air Catcher, highly underrated, definitely deserves more love. Go listen to it. It is absolutely fantastic, and I love the song so much. At number 6, we have Fall Away. Now, Fall Away introduces some very, very nice memories for me. So in 2019, during the month of October, me and my girlfriend went to go see 21 Pilots on the second leg of the Trench tour, and their opening act was Mr. Wives. The trumpet player of Mr. Wives is one Dr. Blum, the trumpet player, now the keyboardist of the Psy Band. And so something magical happens in that they did Fall Away live. It was the first time I heard Fall Away live, and since Dr. Blum was there, they did the version where they added trumpet, and I knew that what me and my girlfriend were seeing was something magical, something they didn't do quite often. There is a version on YouTube that is like from 2013, I want to say, of them doing Fall Away together. Definitely go check it out. It's absolutely fantastic, and that was my first time hearing the song in full, and I fell in love with it, and ever since then, I listened to the song more and more and more, and it is such a great track too off the album. Like, you hit Implicit Demand for Proof, you get the pianist, you get the heavy themes, you get the lyrical content, and Tyler hits you with this rap in the second song in the album. This really introduces you to 21 Pilots, and also the way Tyler sings the choruses is super cool. But this song definitely is very nostalgic to me, and again, is one of those songs that I can really connect to the lyrics on, especially on a bad day. We are now in top 5 category. Now, number 5 is Isle of Flightless Birds. Now, this is one of the songs I knew off of self-title before I really got into 21 Pilots, and one of the first songs I really fell in love with just because of how raw it was. And also that intro was super beautiful, and then like this rhythm that was very unique of like just the da 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 da. It was super unique to me, and I just fell in love with it, and I fell in love with how Tyler was singing the words. Now, vocally, it is not clean at all, especially when Tyler sings the word purpose, just because like he like waits for it. But that's what makes the song so appealing to me, and I absolutely love it, and the lyrical theme of it was super good. And it was funny because I really related to these lyrics when I was a music therapy major. All we are is an Isle of Flightless Birds who we find our worth in giving birth and stuff. We pick songs to sing when we find that songs are really that nobody cares about. To which, when my profession at that time, that lyric was something I shouldn't have agreed with at all. However, I definitely did agree with that lyric. All we are is of I'll for his birth, finding worth in giving birth and stuff. We finally laying on the roads when the story gets stuff, when we pick songs to sing or massive things that nobody cares about. I really shouldn't have agreed, but you know what? I definitely agreed with those lyrics, and that's why I'm partly not a music therapy major anymore. But it is like just a very, very heavy song. And I actually lied, this is the longest song off the album, but it doesn't feel long at all. Like, the time just easily passes through, and that ending rap is so beautiful, and like, it promises you this is mine, and then he assures you that he promises you, and like, it's just this nice fade out outro ends. I just absolutely love this song so much. Number 4 is Trapdoor. This one is also severely underrated, and it's one of the songs I've been getting more and more into recently. However, just the lyrical theme, it is a gut punch. It punches like a knife, and I love it so much, and it's just so impactful, and like it, I just connect with it so much, and it's really hard to put it into words how much I connect with it. A mask that will alter his face, something that definitely really strikes me and cuts me with a knife, and definitely maybe a lyric that also contributes in the later 21 Pilots stuff, including when Tyler and Josh put on the face mask and Guns for Hands, and how Tyler continued to wear this face mask, because Trapdoor was the first time that Tyler talked about this face mask, and also just like the subtle harmonies there are in the chorus is absolutely beautiful. And one of the real first screams at the very end of the song, and it's amazing. Like, it's a drum solo, and it's not in a 4/4 time signature. I believe it's in 6/4 or 3/4, and it's very beautiful. And that outro, when it's just Tyler and piano, is super nice, and I love it so much. Definitely really underrated. Definitely go check it out, as long as the air catcher. But yeah, this one, my favorite. At number 3, we have Taxicab. This is a lot of people's favorite songs off of Self-Titled, and rightfully so. It is a very beautiful song, definitely really fun to play on piano. This is I think the first actual song I learned how to play on piano that was like from Self-Titled, but is absolutely beautiful, definitely fun to play. The rap section it is super good. The bass line is also really good as well. Like I said, every bass line off of this album is super good, and I love it so much. The way Tyler sings the lines are absolutely beautiful. His falsetto is great. The rap section, again, remarkable. The drums on it, absolutely fantastic. And what else is there to say that already hasn't been said? It is such an amazing song. At number 2, and this is actually going to most likely shock a lot of people, it's Oh Misbeliever. Now, this definitely has a story along with it. This song is very, very nostalgic. When I first started listening to 21 Pilots way back in 2015, 2016, my best friend, who's still one of my best friends to this day, introduced me to their favorite 21 Pilots songs, because I only heard Tear My Heart, and I didn't like it at the time, because I thought it was a ripoff of Should I Stay or Should I Go by The Clash. And they showed me several songs that changed my life forever. And one of the songs they showed me was Oh Misbeliever from Self-Titled. It was her favorite song off of this album, one of her favorite 21 Pilot songs in general, and I don't know if it's still one of her favorite 21 Pilot songs. However, it's hard for me to separate this song with the person, so every time I hear the song, I think of this person, I give a little bit of a smile, because they are one of my best friends, one of my sisters in life, not biological sisters, of course, but it is just brings back good memories, and like, it just floods with good memories, and definitely like brings back nostalgic of listening to 21 Pilots for the first time. And this is my first song off of Self-Titled, so definitely a thumbs up. Definitely love the song based off of this whole nostalgia memory thing. And finally, at number 1, my favorite song off of Self-Titled is Addict with a Pen. Now, I can definitely go into why I like the song, why I really connect with the song. However, I'm not comfortable sharing why I'm comfortable, like, I connect so much with the song. Yeah, I'm comfortable with certain people, but just for like the general audience out there, I am not ready to become vulnerable and ready to open up about it. Maybe one day, but I don't know. But like, I connect with Addict with a Pen so so much, and it reminds me of certain things. And this is one of the songs I cry to a lot, as well as I'll put it on the car on my way somewhere and now scream it at the top of my lungs, singing along with it because I love the song so much. And it's just so good. So good. Definitely one of Tyler's favorite songs. He gets emotional every time he sings it. If you want to go cry, definitely do a binge on Tyler singing Addict with a pen. It is an experience, and I almost feel the same way. Like, maybe Tyler definitely feels a lot more, but I have a similar experience every time I listen and sing Addict with a pen, and or if I play Addict with a pen on guitar, ukulele, or I try to learn on piano. It's my favorite song off of Self-Titled. But anyway, guys, there you have it. That was my song rankings off of Self-Titled. What do you think of my rankings? Let me know down in the comment section below, as well as with your rankings of everything on the album. Definitely, like, it is such a good album. Definitely one of the very, very strong albums of 21 Pilots. And I love this album so much. Sure, it doesn't have Josh Dunn on it. It was back when it was just Tyler and two other guys whose names escape me at the moment. One was a drummer, one was a bass player. Tyler was doing all the piano stuff, but it was like, it's such a great album, and I definitely do love it, and it's definitely underrated, and definitely I wish 21 Pilots would put it more in their live rotation because these songs are so good. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go edit this video. I'm gonna go to bed because it is now after 1 o'clock in the morning, and my monitor died, so I couldn't delete the takes where I fumbled over my words. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna go edit this video, and I'm going to go to bed. So until then, I'll see you all later. Goodbye. Good night. More importantly, everything's falling. Have a good day. See you later. Make sure to take care of yourself, drink some water, and get some rest. Appreciate you all. Good night.